So a little bit about me. I went to Ohio State for my degree in '99. I started there. I studied computer science. Just all throughout high school, I was really good. I was a math guy. I didn't know what I wanted to do in college, and then one of my advanced math classes was a half semester of computer science. It was like a basic computer programming class.
Yeah.
And I had no idea what I wanted to do in college, so I was talking to my guidance counselor about possible degrees you could get, and I was reading through the list of degrees you could get at universities, and I saw computer science. I asked, what is that? Is that what you remember that computer math class you took? It's like, wow, I can get a degree in that. That's awesome. That was so much fun. So I was like, I'm going to do computer science. So that's how I decided what I wanted to do. After I graduated from Ohio State with my undergrad degree, I thought college was the most fun time of my entire life. It was so much fun. I mean, I studied hard to make good grades, but I mean, living with friends in a dorm, and after studies are done, going out and doing whatever you want, not having to report back to your parents it was the life, man. I was like, I could be done with this and start working for the rest of my life, which does not sound fun, or I could go to school some more. So I went to school. I was like, I'm gonna go for my master's degree, just so I can stay in college. While I was doing my master's, I got so lucky because I thought, okay, by then I decided I wanted to do video games because I could choose between, when I was in graphics, I could choose between doing video games or like animated films, like Pixar and stuff like that. Like half of my friends from college are working for Pixar or DreamWorks. But I got really lucky. EA was coming through doing just a tech talk at a bunch of different universities, and they happened to be coming through Ohio State. And they weren't really on a recruiting trip, but my professor was like, oh, they're looking at students' work. They have 8 time slots there you can sign up for them to look at your work, and they give you feedback on it. You want to sign up for one? There's 1 slot left. I'm like, sure, I'll take it. So I got to show them what I was working on for my master's degree. When I was done, they were like, the guy gave me his card, and he's like, why don't you send me an email? We'll see if we've got any internships for you. I'm like, really? This is awesome. I had no idea. So that's how I got in with EA. I got an internship in 2005, and that was working on the first Xbox 360 game from EA, which is Madden 06. I worked on a little bit of the animation engine. And I guess I did okay in my internship because they offered me a full-time job after that. And so I started and basically worked on mostly football games my whole career there. Sprinkled in a little bit of golf, a little bit of NBA here and there, but mostly NCAA college football and Madden NFL football. This is the office in Orlando. It's on the north side of Orlando in Maitland. I don't know if you've ever been down there, but so usually people have to see all the stuff like, this is really cool. How did I get to work there? So I have a handful of slides on my advice on the best way to get into video games. And the first one is play a lot of video games. The reason for that is a lot of times you'll get in meetings where they're talking about, especially in the pre-production phase of the game or of the cycle, where they're talking about what features we're going to have in the game, how we're going to get those features in the game. And a lot of times the designers will be referencing features from other games. If you're not familiar with those games, then you're a little bit lost. You're a little bit behind where everybody else is at. If they're talking about bringing in, adding some feature that's similar to this gameplay mechanic in Diablo and something from Assassin's Creed, and some level in there, and you're like, I don't know what those are. You're a little bit behind. So play a lot of games so you can talk the lingo and know what you're talking about. Second one is definitely go to college. There might be 1% in the gaming company that does not have a college degree. And usually those people get in as testers, which is really hard to get into also. And you start off as a tester working a ton of hours, and those guys work 70 or 80 hours a week just playing the game. And a lot of people think testing is just, wow, this is awesome, I get to play the game just for fun. It's not exactly that. They might spend a quarter of their time just free playing the game. Most of testing is running through a script. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. Does it crash? You have to see anything wrong with it. So that's what testing is. And my next piece of advice is go to school some more. Like I was talking about earlier, college is a lot of fun. And so you can either, when you finish your undergrad degree, you can either say, I'm going to start working for the rest of my life, or I can go to school some more and have some more fun. Probably half of my colleagues have a master's degree or more. It's not required, but a good portion of them do. One of the things is, because the gaming industry is so small, everybody wants to make games, right? Because it's so much fun. Would I rather make games or, write some banking software? I'd much rather make games. So would everybody else. So there's, every day we get hundreds of applications, and it's like, how does one resume set itself apart from another resume? It was like, well, one of the things is this guy, guy B has more education than guy A, right? He's got a master's degree, so he'll probably get a little bit of preference. On top of that, again, so many people apply, and a lot of them already have master's degrees. So again, how do you separate yourself from the next person applying? One way is to make your own games. And there's a ton of free software out there to help make your own games. Unity now is free. Unreal, I think, is free, especially for students. You can get free copies of Visual Studio. You can get free student versions of the 3D software like Maya. Knowing C++, all games are written in C++. I mean, there might be some games like on mobile tablets that are not in C++. That might be written in C# or some other language, but 90% of the video games are written in C++ language. So it's pretty critical that you know C++. And then, again, getting involved in the industry. GDC is the Game Developer Conference. It's every year out in California. It's kind of expensive to go to, but they offer programs for students to volunteer to work there, and you work maybe 20 hours that week. And what I mean by work is a lot of times you sit at a door and check people's badges as they're coming in and make sure they're authorized to come in. And in exchange for that, you get to attend the conference for free and attend any of the talks and stuff that you want when you're not working. So I did that one year. It was awesome. You get to meet a lot of people that are already in the industry. You get to meet a lot of students that have similar interests. Gama Sutra is free online gaming magazine. It has news about the gaming industry. G4 is a television channel that's all dedicated to video games. So the salary ranges from a few years ago, but you don't make, you're not going to be rich making video games, but you can do pretty decent. Typically, you can make more money doing software in another area, like I said, banking software or software for the military or whatever, because people are willing to take less money to do something fun like video games. There's internships available all the time. Check our website once you get to a senior in high school or first couple years in college. And internships are fun. I had a blast in my internship. A lot of people think that internships are, there's the old stereotype of internships. You're just getting coffee for your boss or whatever. But at EA, you really do contribute to the game. And one year, a few years ago, let me pause this real quick. During the internships, it's probably 5 years ago now, but the University Relations Department asked the interns of that summer to, over the course of the summer, put together a video that University Relations could bring with them and kind of promote their internships and about how much fun it is to work at EA.
EA Sports. It's in the game.